Hey guys, Alex, Smoke, and back at last, Justin. We're back here doing our Royal Rumble 2013 pay-per-view review. Pay-per-view was last night. Disappointing to say the least.
Yeah, I think that's well put.
I think so. I think we were going into the show expecting maybe not a blow-away show, but definitely like the Royal Rumble and the CM Punk Rock match. We were expecting something big. We were expecting something amazing that we're going to be talking about for a while. We didn't get that. Well, we did get something, but nothing we're going to be talking about in a positive light, I think. Show started out with Alberto Del Rio versus Sheamus in a last man standing match.
The Big Show.
The Big Show. Did I say the Big Show?
You said Sheamus.
Fuck. I'm sorry. I'm so used to Del Rio versus Sheamus, I guess.
Yeah.
In a Big Show in a last man standing match for the world title. I actually thought this match was pretty good. I thought they worked pretty well. I thought it definitely wasn't as good as their SmackDown match. I think the SmackDown match was better, ironically, mainly because Del Rio I think got over more as a face. This one he had his moments, but the finish really didn't help him as getting over as a face. What you guys think?
This match, I don't know. I didn't enjoy it at all. Like when it started, it was just slow and clunky. And I don't know, it didn't belong here on the card. I just didn't like it.
The biggest problem I had with it was the fact they had a last man standing match on television, and then to do another one on pay-per-view. Just
right.
made
There's
no
extension of the storyline. It's the same thing we've already seen. I think I rated that 2.5? Yeah,
2.5.
So it was bearable. It was decent. It was kind of TV quality, but longer.
Yeah. I didn't like the fact that just the finish with the duct tape,
Yeah. You've seen it, and
yeah. What'd you think, Justin?
I thought it was okay, but not a good opener. I mean,
yeah, definitely not a good open. Not a good way to start the show.
I know they only had 4 matches to choose from, but I would have probably had a tag team match go first personally.
Yeah.
But I just thought it was kind of a standard match of its kind. Nothing really amazing happened. There was one pretty crazy spot that Del Rio took, a pretty nasty bump there. But yeah, I hated the finish. I just thought it was stupid with Big Show just unable to do a sit-up to free himself. But I thought it was okay. Like it didn't bore me. It just wasn't like anything great. So I'd probably go about 2.5 as well.
I'll go 2 3/4. I'll give it a little bit of extra bump. Because, like I said, I did enjoy it, but it was pretty... Like, in the SmackDown show, Del Rio took 2 knockout punches, and, that gave him a big baby face, holy crap, he got up. But in this, he didn't even get the knocked out once,
I think that it was the table spot that they were trying to... Where you thought that it would be over.
Yeah.
But he fought back, and he was the tough guy.
Yeah.
But it just...
Big Show
going
through the barricade was cool, too. So that's always fun to see, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought he crushed Lillian.
Yeah, I thought so. He crushed someone, I thought. So next up we had the tag team title match between Team Hell No, Daniel Bryan and Kane, taking on Team Rhodes Scholars, Cody Rhodes and Damian Sandow. I thought this was just a better version of a TV title or a TV quality match. Both teams, looked okay. I thought Sandow had an off night. He didn't look that good out there.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
He was. It looked a little sloppy. I don't know what it was. Maybe just having an off weekend or whatever. It was fine, but the Rhodes Scholars didn't really get any good near fall. Didn't really have any drama. It just was heat segment and then right into a finish, and it could have been a lot better, I think.
And when I watch Sandow's matches, I always feel like he needs to just snug it up a little bit, with his holds and I don't know, he could be a little stiffer out there he's not going to hurt anybody.
Right.
The match didn't feel like it really got going. There was the heat segment, and then the faces won.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it didn't feel like it was a back and forth or anything like that.
Kind of anticlimactic, I think.
I was kind of surprised that Rhodes Scholars didn't win.
Yeah, I thought for sure that because
especially after what happened later in the night.
Yeah, and plus it's just they've been having one-on-one they've had tag team matches back and forth, but no real stipulation or build up or anything resembling a feud, kind of making it more personal. So I was kind of wondering when are they going to actually do something with these teams? So
yeah, and the teams were they had kind of a feud going on, and it was just going on for a long time, and they kind of went away from it and then went back to it, and Still seems like it wasn't really a big resolution. I mean, it's just kind of a regular Raw.
Rhodes Scholars are ready. They're ready for the titles, and I think the Hell No has run its course. There's only so many of those, segments on Raw that we can take.
I'm thinking we're gonna see Team Hell No lose to Ambrose and Rollins in Mania. At least that's what I'm hoping. That'd be my pick to have happen. But
I think we're gonna see. Well, I don't know what you're talking about now, but I think Rhodes Scholars are gonna win before Mania, and they might have a match in Mania.
Okay.
Yeah.
What'd you give the match?
I don't remember what I gave.
I gave it 3 stars. It was, like I said, it was enjoyable, like for what was there, and I was enjoying the whole match. It didn't really escalate. I thought so. Solid match, but just could have been a lot better. I thought.
I think I gave it 2 3/4 last night when I watched it.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. Then we had the Royal Rumble match itself, starting out with Ziggler, who entered number 1, and coming in number 2 was the return of Chris Jericho, which caught all of us by surprise. I don't think anyone knew that Jericho was going to be there, and so kudos to them for keeping that quiet. For me personally, I thought the Rumble was good this year, just because I think everyone had a chance to shine. I think like all the guys were in the Rumble this year legitimately looked like they had a chance to win. I think they all looked good. No one got just went in there and got squashed immediately, except for the Godfather, who made a return.
Yeah.
Which was
Santino.
Santino got a little bit of a squash, yeah. What do you guys think? What were some spots you liked a lot?
Justin?
Well, I just like that pretty much going into it, you knew certain guys were supposed to look strong, that they needed to look strong, and all the guys I felt that they needed to look strong did, which was Sheamus, Cena, obviously, Orton needed to look good, and Ziggler needed to look good, and they really put him over.
Yeah.
This thing with the Rumble is you can make a guy, anytime a guy can stay in a match for that long, he instantly gains some kind of credibility. So, as for spots, I don't remember a whole lot of spots that were really amazing. It just was kind of just a solid match, start to finish. I didn't think Kofi had a spot. I didn't think it was as spectacular as last year. I don't know. It just seemed like this was a better wrestling Royal Rumble than normal, more so than just a spot fest or just have a bunch of crazy
comedy stuff.
Yeah. So I liked it. I'd probably give it around 3 3/4 stars. I mean, I liked it. A good Rumble. I didn't really like the finish. It just kind of came kind of quick for me.
Yeah, and I thought it looked a little sloppy, but what are you gonna do?
Yeah, I mean, it was like you guys said. It was a good match. Good wrestling throughout. It accomplished exactly what they felt like they needed to accomplish. I thought that it was fine the way they were doing the ending with who was left. I didn't have a problem with who got eliminated when or where.
Right.
Yeah.
The problem I had was that it just kind of ended.
Yeah,
there was nothing dramatic.
Yeah,
but it was good.
And I did say they got most people Ryback was kind of over just because he was there at the end. I think they could have done more. If he would have had a longer segment with Cena, he might have gotten a little more over.
Yeah,
they could have done more with the final two.
Yeah,
especially for those guys. Those are 2 pretty strong guys. You could have done a lot more with that. I think.
Right, and I know that they're probably still trying to
protect Ryback.
Right, protect him and not show his weaknesses, but I think they could have went longer and done a few more things without, people turning on him.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'd probably give it 3 3/4. That's pretty fair.
Yeah, one thing I want to say about that Kofi spot, which was pretty cool, not nearly as impressive as one last year. The problem I had with it was, it happened right as Bo Dallas, the NXT rookie, or NXT guy, I guess, was making his debut, and the crowd was not even paying attention to him. It was like, oh, hey, Bo Dallas, oh, let's see what Kofi's doing,
But and then they ended up being they wanted to get over kind of.
Yeah, and then Kofi does the spot and gets eliminated immediately after that.
And it took forever to set up.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
and
it was just kind of not worth it.
It was funny that JBL acted like it was the craziest thing he's ever seen, and it's like...
Didn't you see him walking his hands last year?
I think I saw someone do that in high school.
Yeah.
So...
it was fun. It was kind of interesting that Bo Dallas eliminated Wade Barrett. I wonder what they're going to do with that. Maybe they'll...
And Barrett gave him a bowl hammer, so they might be having a little...
Maybe.
Dallas didn't look bad either.
No.
I mean, from what you could...
Yeah, he didn't really do anything spectacular, but it's you can't really do much in Rumble unless you're really spotty or something, and he's just a solid worker, I think. Also, we forgot to mention Goldust coming back and had a little back and forth with his brother Cody Rhodes. I wonder if they're going to do anything with those two, maybe at Mania.
I think that could have been done better. If
Yeah.
they are going to have a feud, I think it should have been a lot shorter.
Yeah, I thought Goldust was in the match.
Yeah.
Now it just feels like confusing. No one really knows if there's really heat between them right now.
No, they made a
long-
purpose of announcing on the commentary, like, Cody Rhodes eliminated his own brother and stuff. So they're pointing it out.
Why does it shouldn't take for the commentator to point it out? I mean,
Yeah.
wrestling should speak for itself.
I know what you mean, but Okay, but we'll see what happens. Maybe something will happen, maybe not. I'll give it 3 3/4 as well. It was a good match, and I really enjoyed the ending with the last 6 guys in there. I thought it was all really good guys that made it to the end. Next up, we had the WWE title match between champion CM Punk and The Rock. Who wants to start this one out?
I guess I can
Okay.
start it out. This match I felt I was disappointed. Just because, when the match started, I felt like there was really you'd feel there was a grudge there, and it started out really intense, and they were striking pretty hard, and it had a big match feel to it. And then as it got going, it wasn't bad as it got going, but I felt like it slowed down a lot. The intensity kind of faded a lot. It started turning into kind of just a normal, good main event match, for a normal pay-per-view, I thought. And then it just kind of stopped.
The overbooked finish.
Well, it didn't even have a whole lot of build up to they had a false finish, and it didn't have a whole lot of build up to that. It just kind of happened. The first time he went for a finisher, then should I just say what happens or?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, well the lights go out. The shield. We
don't know who it was.
Interferes and put The Rock through the announce table. Rock gets rolled back in the ring. Punk pins him 1, 2, 3. If this had been the ending, I thought it was bad enough. It was just so flat to me.
Yeah.
And then of course Vince comes out and says, "I'm going to strip you of the title." And then Rock says, "No, I'm going to get in there and win it myself."
Yeah.
But that segment was a good 5 or so.
Yeah, the match stopped
they just dragged it. It was CM Punk celebrating you're any minute now they're going to cut the pay-per-view off. And
all that momentum that they had been building was gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't really think it was that great beforehand, but I thought maybe it can redeem himself in the restart, but not really
Honestly,
much happened.
when the lights went out, I think we all expected was Punk was going to reverse the people's elbow, and then things were going to start heating up.
Yeah.
This was going to start turning into a
That
real...
That was my problem. It never did heat up, and then it just stopped, and then what they did afterwards just felt like it didn't really matter, and you knew... I thought it was a foregone conclusion that Rock was going to win after that.
I think everyone knew that Rock was going to win, and we were all okay, let him win, it's fine. Punk's had a good title run.
But I feel like it took away from his win and made it feel less special than if he just flat out beat him in a match.
That's what really bugged me was... I understand how CM Punk has spent a lot of his time cheating to win.
Right.
But why did he need to cheat to lose? Why couldn't The Rock just go out there and beat him?
And plus, it seemed like they felt the need to make Rock
John Cena.
That's what I was gonna say.
It's
It was a very Cena-like thing where he's like, "No, I got to do the right thing." It's like,
I
feel like they keep
do they need to do that for The Rock? The Rock is as over as as anyone can possibly be.
He always will be.
You do not need to do things to get The Rock over that you would do other guys.
The Rock, everyone knows The Rock is this jacked up, athletic, unstoppable guy. You didn't, you could have done it in the ring. Yeah,
well, he's done it all in wrestling. He's
Yeah.
in a movie star. He's just huge.
And if you want to get Rock how tough The Rock is, have Punk hit the go to sleep, and Rock kick out,
Yeah, I mean, if they could have just had Punk throw everything in, but Punk didn't really. He had him to go to sleep. He put him in the anaconda device one time.
There was really Rock didn't hit the rock bottom and all, but if I would have done it, I would have liked this more. Is have the Shield put him through the table. I didn't mind that. It's okay, that's fine. Have him roll him back in. One goes for the cover. Rock kicks out. CM Punk starts throwing everything he has at the Rock. Rock won't stay down. Then the Rock makes the big comeback. Rock bottom, people's elbow. Then he wins. I'd have been fine with that. But to have
they did,
but to have CM Punk win the match and then restart it and almost right away he loses after the first finisher he hits with one people's elbow and that's it.
He didn't even hit him with the rock bottom.
No.
And it was just it fell so flat at the end. It made Punk look
ending
weak.
was very flat.
Yeah, it just made both guys look stupid because both guys got pinned.
But I was gonna say even despite all this stuff that kind of killed the momentum, I didn't think it was that anything special beforehand, because it seemed like, but it did still hurt it. That did still hurt it because it felt like they were just kind of wrapping things up, getting toward those finishes, just trying to make it to those finishes rather than just.
It seemed like they were building to something really big, and then it just kind of then they just cut it off right before it hit big.
Mm-hmm. It really lost the big fight feel it had at the beginning and the animosity.
I do wonder, maybe if they cut the match a little, maybe Rock hurt his knee because of the announce table botch, where they were going for a rock bottom on the announce table, the Spanish announce table, and it collapsed.
I highly doubt that.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just throwing it out there. Just
I think
wondering.
this was just really poorly booked.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. I was trying to give them the benefit of a doubt, maybe.
Well, that's the other thing. It's like this does not need overbooking, and
No,
I don't
it did
understand
not.
why they need to overbook everything. I mean,
This match they've been building it for almost a year.
Yeah.
It sells itself.
Mhm.
It's your biggest heel, and he's held the belt forever.
Yeah.
And your biggest face ever. Well, aside from Stone Cold, maybe.
Yeah.
And
one of the biggest faces in company history.
In the history of wrestling.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then you have to add to it. Why?
Yeah.
Why? It's so simple.
Yeah. This is the kind of match where you should have just let the guys go out there and wrestle. Just okay, here's the winner. This is how much time you have. Go out there and do it yourself.
Exactly.
Nothing need to be done.
You can put over both guys.
Yeah.
Just both with a clean win from The Rock.
I will say right now though, the fact they're going to do Rock and Cena at WrestleMania again, that is a whole other discussion for another day. But it just this match, CM Punk versus Rock, it built itself up. Everyone was jacked for it, and just you didn't need this extra stuff. This could have been main event of Mania. And, I think a lot of people wouldn't have complained if this was the main event of Mania, but just the way the match was structured, it's just like, well.
And this was a match that had me looking forward to the show.
Yeah.
And I think I look forward to this show more than most of the shows last year. Probably the most since not Elimination Chamber, but
Extreme Rules.
Extreme Rules, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What did you rate the title match?
I gave it a 3 3/4, or 1/4. Sorry. I thought it was good. I thought, but I said they cut it off right when they looked like they're about to go big and really give you something exciting, give you some good near falls, and just really disappointing.
I gave it 2 3/4. I was really, really disappointed by this.
and I agree. I was also just
Got a bit of a harshness here. Okay.
Well, I just didn't think
that's
it was
harsh.
Okay.
I don't either. I really don't think it was that special. I think people are gonna overrate it a little bit just because they're entertained by seeing these guys in the ring together.
I can see that.
I mean,
if The Rock was around all year long and this was what we got, people would be upset about that.
I agree. Okay.
And so to come back and throw out a match like that.
Okay. What would you rate the whole show? I'm going to give it a 7.25 out of 10. I think that just because of the strength of the Rumble, which really, the pay-per-view, you really have to judge on the Rumble, really. The Rumble was great this year, I thought, and everything else was pretty good. And the title match was good up until the kind of screwy finish they booked. But I thought it was a good show, easy to sit through.
Yeah. I'd go lower. I'd say 6.5 maybe.
Okay.
Just because I didn't. Well, that doesn't mean it's a bad show, but you had the Rumble delivered, and that's an hour out of the show, so that's a big thing. The other matches were all decent to good.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing was bad.
I want to throw one thing out there. For the Rumble next year, whatever, they need to have more than 4 matches in the card. I understand, because they had so many video packages and promos and stuff that just weren't needed, I think.
I mean, yeah, that's probably true. Maybe one more match wouldn't hurt.
Yeah.
But overall, I think I'd give it. I'm going to split the difference, and I'm going to go 6.75.
Okay.
The Royal Rumble really was the thing to see here.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason that I gave it such a high rating is that the Rumble took up so much time, and it was a good match.
Yeah.
As for the Rumble, I mean, there's really nothing to see here.
If the Rumble hadn't delivered, the show would not. Be very good.
This show is definitely one not to go out of your way to see. See the Rumble and see the main event.
Mm-hmm.
Don't see the main event.
Okay, I think it's important to check the main event just to see the match. Just to see these two guys had their match. But
that's giving people. I mean.
Okay.
I wouldn't go see it.
Okay, to each his own.
I would just see for yourself, because some people do think it's better than I think it is. So, I guess you can rate for yourself. But
Okay.
I personally don't give it a very high rating.
All right. Agree to disagree at the end, I guess. that'll wrap it up for us for this review. Take care. Bye.